I found Virgil, and he told me that I had to kill a Corsair. So I went to CIT Ruins and just ignored the Corsair signal. I'm a pro gamer, okay? I have the world record on the Mario level Bowser's Big Bean Burrito, okay? I know how to get the green tech genetics. Then I purchased a horse and I was off to High Hrothgar. I went the long way around the mountain this time. Totally my choice, definitely not me forgetting where I was going and getting lost. No, that would just be silly. I got a couple complaints in my last video that I didn't include the explosion in the footage. Apparently some of you wanted to see it. My bad. Here it is. Strength because it directly dictates how much damage a melee attack will do. Endurance because it dictates how much health and AP I have. And Charisma just because I wanted to.
What?
Nah, just kidding. The high Charisma skill is a secret tool that'll help us later. Lae'zel told me that once we get in there, I must do as she says. She severely overestimates her role in this playthrough.
You won't believe this, Mr. Smith, but they are creatures from another world.
Really?
Wow. I tried to get a traffic cone to come with me to the vault, but the cone unfortunately fell into a ravine and died. Absolutely devastated, I soldiered on to the vault. I sold more junk, got more ammo, and I was off to Old North Church. I met with the railroad and let Tinker Tom tinker my Tonka Tom with his Tinker Tom. What? I think I just had a stroke. Then, I received a radio signal from nowhere informing me that a band of robots, after years of torment and Todd Howard's torture dungeon, have finally snapped and are killing civilians. Honestly, I don't blame him. I then went on a small bit of a killing spree, as I'm sure you saw in the intro. I completely obliterated this poor little traitor here for some reason. And I even went up to the gangsters threatening Trudy, and I murdered them as well. And then I went up to Trudy and her son and murdered them as well and took all their stuff. I can't tell you what I was thinking. I don't know. I've got nothing. I was going to do the puzzle and then run past all the Draga, but my Sith tendencies eventually got the better of me.
Power. Unlimited power. Die. Die.
So, I got on the tram and the speaker told me that I've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. There never was any family to save. God fucking damn it, if only I chose the non-existent dialogue option of kill Harvey because he's a lying twat. I'm gonna skim along this section to save you guys some time, because a lot of it was just me attempting to utilize my one remaining brain cell after being flashbanged by Instagram Reels one too many times.
Squid Game!
So my armor rating was now 220... What? So my computer turned off. So I went to Preston Garvey and told him about the teleporter. He told me that I have to help some settlers first, because of course I do. So I now have to do some side quests for the Minutemen and save some settlers. Yay.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And I said yes, because I was curious and I thought the game would cut to black. You know, cut to after the scene and such. What the fuck? It did not cut to black. What I was treated to, if you can even call it that, was a full-length, full nudity sex scene between my character, who is an orc, and Minthara. What the actual fuck is this game? I eventually got there though, and I was forced against my will to help Piper get into Diamond City.
Are you being intentionally dense?
Huh?
And, I can't tell you what I'm trying to do here. I keep pressing the same dialogue option and spamming through. I don't know if I realize that I'm pressing the same dialogue option. And, there we go. Okay, finally pressed another one.
I travelled down there, ran into a small micronation of ghouls, and led them all to their doom via a super mutant suicider. No, ghoul, you don't understand. We have to run. We have to run. Run! You have to run. I tried to warn you. It was at this point that I realized that putting all of those points into strength and intelligence was a terrible idea. I decided to pour all of my points into intelligence and strength. Strength so I could carry a lot and get the heavy weapons perk pretty early on, and intelligence because I thought it was necessary to get the perk science to upgrade my cryo later, even though I never actually. So I went to Last Light Inn and met Jaheira. Jaheira? Oh, wait. Jahira? Jahira. The rest of this run is going to be a piece of cake. And for those of you still saying that this is cheating, have this. There you go. I then went up to the rooftop flagpole where I claimed Galaxy Zone for the operators, because I like the operators, you know? I like to cut their jib. I like how they operate. Get it? Fuck, I'm sorry, I wrote this script at like 2 AM. I was so tired. Then I started to wonder what difficulty I was at. Novice? No, this run would be way too easy on Novice. So I upped it to Adept and... What? So I upped it to Adept again and...
She believes with 100% certainty that she is a synth, and when I ask her for evidence of this revelation, she says, "Do you have any proof that you're actually a synth?"
Things, dreams of waking up in a lab, years I can't remember from when I was a kid, not to mention how I never quite fit in back at home.
Well, la-di fucking da, we must all be synths then.
After taking out most of the synths, I dipped temporarily to sell a bunch of crap to buy more stim packs, and then I returned. And I had to ditch my power armor to go into the Matrix. And oh my god. Oh my god, no. No, I'm still crippled in the memory world. Oh my fucking god, why? So after about a millennia or so passes, I finally get to the end of the memory segment.
I took in the sights of the lovely northern beaches of what I can only describe as purgatory, killed a few Mirelurks, killed a few fellow human beings, filed for a new driver's license picture, and only then did I eventually reach Nakano's residence.
Before I went down into the Shadowfell, Shadowheart told me that there was one more thing that she wanted to do. Grab the spear from the Silent Library. I told her that I didn't want to go to the Silent Library because that's a really hard fight I really don't want to do, and she got pissy at me and tried to kill me. So I turned her face into a fine powder and her brain into soup.
Shut your
I headed through Libertalia, blasting all of them away with my shotgun, and I found this legendary drum shotgun.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Goodbye, CQC. You were good while it lasted. I raised a flag of the pack, in order to claim this area for them, and that was it. All of Nuka World was now claimed. Oh my god, I'm going to Cream. I went to Septimus, and he told me to go to Alfdand. My least favorite part of the game. So, I procrastinated. Yep, that's right. I took 2 steps into Alfdand, and then after seeing that it took 2 minutes for me to take down a tiny dwarven spider drone, I dipped. I had around 30 something vegetable soups now, enough to set me up for the rest of the game. Even so, the cat on fentanyl still took a lot more time to kill than I would have liked.
Anyway, I went inside, and I don't remember having too much trouble with these synths. Actually, I don't remember doing this section at all. But, you know, it doesn't look like I had too much trouble with any... How am I dying in this section? I'm playing on very easy. How is this happening? How am I so bad when I'm drunk? So essentially, what this means is, Dima killed the real Avery and replaced her with a synth some time ago, and then erased the memory from his brain. Or whatever he has in there.
I tried to lead it to this girl who was just kind of chilling, but she died in 2 seconds. So I eventually gave up and ran away. Okay, can we stop it with that clip? Just stop, okay? The bit's over. It's not funny anymore. I was kind of worried about taking on a Deathclaw with a bum leg and only a walking cane, as fighting it with a rolling pin turned out to be not very fun. However, I had a trick up my sleeve.
It's not lupus.
Apparently, I need to scavenge a bunch of what this computer is calling star cores in order to boot up the power enough to disable the rogue robots. Or rogue bots. Rouge bots? Rogue bots. I saw the 3 chosen hold up their Power Ranger sigils to summon the one true pro gamer. Turns out, the one true pro gamer is not critical, nor is it Fortnite Tyler Ninja Blevins. It is Mother Brain from Metroid, a ripoff. Then, out came the behemoth. Taking out this thing was pretty rough. It took Psycho, Jet, and a bunch of medics and stim packs to tank a single hit from this discount Hulk.
I'm trying to avoid killing him, so I quick saved and tried to convince him to run away. That failed, and then his kin unleashed the wrath of Atom upon me. To say that they absolutely obliterated me is an understatement. His soldiers fired such an alarming amount of radiation beams through my body that I'm pretty sure the victims of fucking Chernobyl were looking down from the heavens and thinking, a bit much.
I went back to Father because it's time to put the thing in the other thing and save the world.
Whoa, hey, I didn't draw that. Is that me exploding?
I didn't mention that earlier.
when you reunite the piece with the crackle, it might explode?
No, but it might not, right?
Sure.
Disenchant made it so I basically took no damage at all while blocking. But why, I hear you ask? Because I need my block skill to be level 50. Why? You'll see, okay? Gosh, so impatient. I entered the lair and waited half a century for Ada to waddle over and scan a magnet on the wall. Ada, come on now. You can't be doing this to me. Come on. Please, just come over. Come on. I really am not in the mood for this. Come on, Ada. Come on. That's it. 1 foot at a time. God, you're slow. What's inside? The turrets and scrap pots.